I love the got it message we get. Got it.
Got it. We understand.
Got
okay,
it.
hang on. I'm just adding admit. Okay. Well, Tamara, you have way more information than we do.
Well,
so.
Yes and no, because I am exhausted and I need to go through my notes. So what my plan is I've never done this before, but they gave us notebooks and I only wrote on one side so I can write like action plans on the other side, so that it's not just something that I'm walking away from and not implementing new things, if that makes sense. So that's my plan for today, is to go through that, but I'm really, really tired today. So yeah, I needed this so bad for I think there's something to be said, like Carl talked yesterday, sorry, not yesterday, on Saturday when he kicked everything off, about how hard the past 2 years has been. And even though we are in, the health and fitness industry, and that's what people have needed, people they want the quick fix. They want the nail polish, they want the lip gloss, they want the perfume, they want the makeup, so it's really hard to get people to commit to changing their lives, which is what we're asking them to do. And so he said the business is not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. And just so many tidbits. One of what Danielle Natoni spoke, and the end of her thing, she said, I want to see you at leadership in October, but I also want to see you at summit in 2042. Right. So you have to be prepared to go the long haul. And what does that look like? And ride the roller coaster of it. And the things that stick out for me right now are, if number one, every single person on this call should be using the business activity tracker. And if you're not, you don't have a business. That's what it is. It comes down to that, because you're not actually doing the things that are going to move your business forward. And it's building the consistency of using, whether you use a paper copy of it or whether you use the digital copy of it. Those are the things that are going to move your business forward. And if you're someone who is saying, I want if you're going to give your business a grade, right? I want an A grade business, but you're doing B or C grade activities, you can't expect an A grade business. So for me, I think that, going to this and being able to kind of be around like-minded people, because as much as I love you guys so much, you have gotten me through COVID, because I get to connect with you every Sunday, right? So we get these reminders once a week of, okay, there are people like me. There are people out there that want to help other people and then want to change their lives and help other people change their lives. But to be at a live event where there were 400 coaches here, and I don't know how many virtual, because they offered it both ways because a lot of people couldn't travel, to be with people that are on that same page as you and that want those same things as you, and to feed off of each other's energy. You don't get that on a Zoom call. And as much as I love you guys and I lean on you and I lean on the community, I needed this for my soul so fucking bad. To know that I'm still doing the right thing, and to know that this is what I want to do until I die, right? I don't want to stop. I want to keep helping as many people as I possibly can. So yeah, it was really, really incredibly powerful. You guys need to follow Amber. Oh my God. I totally fell in love with her. I fangirled her last night so bad. She sat down behind me at I was looking for her at dinner, and that's when I found Christina Delgado. And so Megan Anderson and I were chatting with Christina for a bit. And then Amber sat down behind me at the thing, and I'd never even heard of her. I know she was on a national wake up call recently, but the most she's a 15-star. And when you look at her social media, she doesn't have a crazy following. She doesn't have tons of comments on her posts. She doesn't have, but she has this success because she just dug in and is doing the things that work for her. So she's not a program coach. She doesn't do programs. She said she doesn't have the attention span to do programs. So for her, she's 100% a body coach. So now she's recruiting coaches as body coaches because that's what speaks to her soul. She wants to wake up every day and be like, what do I feel like doing today? And focus on the nutrition, because the nutrition is the key piece that's going to help her. But she doesn't want to commit, because she was finding when she was committing to programs, she was feeling like a failure because she never followed through on them. You know, she would do like 2 or 3 days and then she would stop, and then she would. So she gave like a really good marketing plan on how to launch, like if you are a program coach, if you are a body coach, or if you are like kind of combining the two, which is so humble. And yeah, it was, I made her take a selfie with me last night because I was like, I turned around and like, is it okay if I tell you I totally fell in love with you? I didn't really know who you were. And she was like, what? Like, so it was so cute. So yeah, my plan is to go through my notes and just like write out the stuff that I want to move forward with. What I really would like you all to think about is what you want out of this business this year, because I am going to ask you. I'm going to ask you in a direct message in our coach chat about what you want out of this business this year. Because if, in all honesty, if someone wants to be a casual coach where they bring in people here and there, that's awesome. We have such a solid foundation for our team. With all of you, like I know that with the people I'm looking at on the screen are lifers. You're not going anywhere. You're here. But I also have this really strong feeling that most of you want more than what you're getting right now, right? And it's, so how do we then level up so that we can do that as a team, right? And what does that look like? So yeah, it was pretty mind-blowing.
Awesome. Okay, sorry, but I have to ask because I don't know. Who's Amber? Amber who?
Her name is Amber Kuiper. It's Kuiper. I think her Instagram is like Amber Marie Kuiper. But she's just like the sweetest person you've ever met. One of the best speakers I've ever heard. It just came so naturally to her.
Okay, she has 27,400 followers. I'll follow her.
Yeah, but she doesn't have like huge engagement on her page. So, I was going through some of the posts and it was great. And she actually had to, like, I tagged her in my story and she added it to her story. So she obviously checks her messages and stuff regularly. But
and then sorry, why did she what did she do there? Was she a speaker?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the 4 main speakers were, I'll have to look at the other girl's name. Emily Lamoy was a 1-star at NLC last year, and she's a 6-star this year, going for 10-star. Christina Delgado, Amber, and Danielle Natoni. Those were like the 4 coach speakers that we had. And then we also had like presentations from like Kim Carver, Doug Moss, the Beachbody lawyer guy, all about compliance. He's funny. He played a game of like, is this a good post or is this not a good post? But it was hilarious because all like the names were like, it was like an Instagram post and the person's name was like Deceptive Debbie or Terrific Tony, so you knew right away that what the answer was going to be, but they were hilarious, the posts. So, but he was talking about, and I know people in Neora, Margot, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently the FTC is shutting them down. Advocare and Neora are like in big trouble because they don't follow the guidelines, and they encourage their I don't know, they don't call them coaches, but whatever, their representatives to like talk about money and talk about quick fixes and talk about things like that. And you can't do that at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what else? So you arrived there on Friday, or do you come home today or tomorrow?
Today. My flight's at 3 today. So no, I got here Thursday. I came a day early because there wasn't a good flight time for me to get here on time for the kickoff on Friday at 3:30. So I came Thursday. We actually, one of our very first clients lives here. Lacey. So I met up with her for dinner on Thursday night, and well, Thursday I just Thursday night, and then Friday I walked the strip and I went shopping and just did my own thing. Worked out in their enormous gym beside Kim Fitzpatrick and Ali Tessitore, which was like. And then when I saw Kim at the workout and we were chatting, I was like, I was working out beside you. She's like, I know, you're in the corner right there. Yeah, she's wonderful. Yeah, we did my workout and then the thing started at 3:30 on Friday. So everyone needs to make it a goal to be there, 100%. Like it's not even a question of can I do this? It's you need one person to run with you, right? Because you can build your business with preferred customers, with discount coaches. You need one person to get to diamond underneath of you. So you just need one runner. That's it. You find one person, you're good. I mean, you could use it on a controllable account, but then you're kind of spreading yourself too thin. But I guarantee you, if you don't have that one person, it's because you're not asking enough people. You're just not. And that's what it is. So what is the block? Why are you not putting yourself out there? What is stopping you from asking someone to improve their life? What is stopping you? Right? What's in the way? Because you know how much it's affected your life. I know how much it's affected my life. So what stops us from sending that freaking message? Are you worried about what they're going to say? Like, do you really care what they're going to say? The reason that I hit Success Club is because I have the best follow-up system ever. People either block me or they join me. And some of those people I have talked to for 3 years. But for so many coaches, so many of you, you talk to them twice and then you never talk to them again because you think that they don't want it. They don't know you enough to want it yet. They don't know enough about it. And maybe they're healing in some form of their life and they're just not quite there yet. But guess what? They're going to sign up with someone else because you didn't ask them again. Right? Everybody needs this. Everybody. 100% needs it. And if you're not getting people on, it's because you're not asking them and you're not following up with them. I hit Success Club because I follow up relentlessly. I think Margot is like the queen of relentless. I will give Margot that word because you are relentless, 100%. I am relentless with my follow-ups. And that's why we hit numbers. It's not because I'm having, it's so rare, you guys, that I ask someone to join and they're like, sure. They don't join. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I don't even know home workouts. No, I don't want to do that. 20 minutes, I don't have time for that. But then they start watching me and then I connect with them again. And then I connect with them again. And then I ask them again. And some of them I'm asked them 15 times, right? You just have to keep asking. Keep asking, keep having those conversations, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, because you don't know the true power of how much you are helping someone change their lives, right? You're not giving them mascara. You're helping them feel good from the inside out. You're possibly helping them live a longer life. Like that's a gift. Ask people. Stop getting in your own way and ask people to join you. And the thing with that I really love about what we do is that when if someone, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting like a freaking 100 of those stupid Bitcoin messages like all the time, right? Like I just had a girl the other day, she was really nice. As soon as she followed, I followed back and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get some freaking message from her about Bitcoin. And she was like, she started the conversation, it was fine. And then she was like, went into this whole, well, have you heard of Bitcoin? Can I share with you? And I was like, no, thanks. I'm good. I've been inundated with Bitcoin messages lately. And her response to me was, oh, are you scared? And I was like, really? You're going to get people to join you like that? You're not going to get people to join you like that. So it's really interesting to like, we're not like that. We're asking people to do this with us. We're not asking them to, here's my lip gloss, go use it and let me know what you think of it. You're asking them to go on this journey with you whatever, if they're joining you as a client, if they're joining you as a coach. I'm not professing to know everything. I'm not professing to be like the master, the expert in all of this, but I'm on the journey with them. And that is what the key to this whole thing is that you have to get past the idea that someone's actually going to spend $160 and you're going to make what? Ooh, wow, you made $50 off of them. Well, you're not rich from that. That chick that sold 500 packages in December is rich. Did you guys do the math on that? That's $25,000. She made $25,000 just in commission in 1 month. I was like, how is that even possible? You know, and I think it was Doug Moss who was talking about that girl, and he was saying, I know I'm going to show you guys this, and so many people are going to be like, oh, but she went viral. So she got lucky because she went viral, and I'm not going to go viral, right? It's not about that. Like, she put in the work. Did you see the work? Did you see that transformation? Like, yellow dress, trying to pull it on, and then both her and her husband did it together too. So yeah, it's just doing the journey with people. And I think you have to get over the one book that helped me so much with that was Sell or Be Sold. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it, because he talks about how we literally are selling people on stuff every single day. You're selling your kids on what dinner they want to have. You're selling your boyfriend or your spouse what movie you want to go to. You're selling, like, you are selling every single day. You just don't know that you're selling every single day, right? So it's either you're selling or you're being sold. You're being sold too. So you have to get past that idea of like, we're selling something, because it's not just selling. Yes, they're going to pay money for it and you're going to earn a commission off of it. Awesome. It's about doing that journey together. You know, I don't feel guilty or like, you know, one of my clients sells beauty counter stuff, right? I like it. It's good products. So I ordered from her. Like, I don't feel bad that I put some money in her pocket because she made some commission off of it. But yet we have this weird mentality of like not asking someone because we don't want to be selling. And it's like, you're not really, they have to buy something, but it's about the journey after they buy that thing. So I guess I had some things to say. Sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry.
Well, this is your meeting.
I'm really not sorry.
We want to hear from you.
I'm really not sorry. So one of the things.
Goods. We wanted to be with you there, all of us. So share the goods.
Okay, that bike. Max, did you see me ride that bike? It is the smoothest freaking bike I've ever sat on in my life. The bike blew my mind. I'm totally getting white. The white was so beautiful.
I know.
Did it look really big?
Black.
No, it didn't look really big. Like,
you mean my little gym?
The footprint of it? I think what makes it look big is the screen. But the screen is part of and you can turn it around, right? So I really
so you can
don't
swivel it so I can make it kind of go against the wall.
Yeah, I don't.
So it kind of will look less.
You and Marla having much success working out in your gym together with a bike in there. That might impede you might have to roll it out if you're going to work out together. But
I wonder if I can keep my working out with my clients with the bike in there.
Oh, I don't see why not, because you're not actually working out.
No.
They're the ones, you're showing moves and stuff like that. So I don't see why not. Yeah, cool. I'm so excited.
So they give any pricing?
Nope, he didn't say any pricing. He barely talked. It was only Carl who talked about it, and he really didn't talk about it much. And all he said was, because he was talking about how like he'll wake up. Let me see if I can find it. He will wake up and his mind will start going crazy. Well, I need to share this one thing with you guys after. His mind will start going crazy with all of the things that are kind of going wrong. You know, the shipping issues and whatever it is, like those sorts of things, and the stock isn't doing what he thought it was going to do, and so he said he literally like goes to bed and tries to forget about all those things, but then wakes up and they're all there, and he has to remind himself, how did he word it? He says, people will let us down and we have to have a system to get over this disappointment. Right? So he has a system, and then I wrote it on the, what he thinks about what I think about when the business is hard for me. What am I grateful for? What are my strengths? And he reminds himself that the difference is him. So the difference for us is like you, each one of you. That's the difference. So find a way to stoke the fire every single morning, is what he said. So he was sharing all of those things, and the bike came up in conversation when he was like that, because he was like, I wanted to bike in Canada in December, and now we're looking at, he said, I think he said, like, it'll definitely be there before April, but likely early March, is how he said. And nobody really like said anything beyond that. But get this. I want someone, Clarissa, you're not allowed to guess because I told you this yesterday. What is the maximum possible amount that you can make per month? No. Yeah, per month as a coach in Beachbody. Just
Well, we know
someone
it's
take
more
a
than
random guess.
25,000.
We're not quite there yet, Tamara.
I just want you to take a guess. Based on the comp plan, what do you think the maximum amount that you can possibly earn as a coach is in Beachbody?
50 grand.
Okay. Anyone else have a guess?
$1
$12 million.
How many?
$12 million.
Well, I was going to say $1 million. I was
12.
Wow.
12. I was like, what? 12, based on the comp plan, the maximum cap that you can make is $12 million a month. I was like, the fuck? How is that even a thing?
I just need to do that once I'm out of here.
I know, exactly. But like you wouldn't be out of here.
No.
You know, you wouldn't at all. So yeah, that one blew my mind.
Wonder what the most any one coach has made. Like who has hit the highest per month?
It's got to be one of the OGs, right? It's got to be one of them for having like the teams underneath of them. So that's what it is.
Started, right? Christina Dwyer, one of them, right?
Yeah.
Because then they have everyone.
Yeah. And I talked to a lot of coaches here that have no upline support whatsoever. And they're one stars. They made it here with no support. And so like we are on a team that has crazy support. One of the things that Emily shared, that the one who was 1 star that's now a 6-star, is that every single coach should have a success partner. You should have someone that you are regularly checking in with to kind of hold each other accountable. And she said that's the only way. And she said your success partner will change because you won't always be on the same page when you're working the business. Like maybe you push really hard and you get to a level and your success partner just isn't at that level. But she said you need those people to bounce ideas off of, to have a once a week, like, what are you at? What are you doing? What's your focus for the week? In the 12-week year, he calls them WAMs, which are weekly accountability meetings. They're short, they're like 10 minutes, nothing long, but she said everybody needs to have a success partner, someone that you're checking in with on that regular basis. So, and then the one thing that Christina Delgado said is that she did a survey of, well, I thought this was cool. She talked about how her definition of success before coaching was like a checklist, go to school, go to grad school, become a lawyer, get a house, get married, have kids, right? Like she was like, that was her definition of success was this checklist. But she was like, there was no fulfillment in it whatsoever. So it's really getting clear on what your definition of success is. And she said, and then once you've decided what that definition of success is, you have two options. You only have two. One, do what's easy, which is quit. Or two, do what's hard, which is do something about this, right? It's way easier to quit. It's way easier to walk away. 100% easier. To put yourself out there, not easy, right? We all know that. So, and the other thing she said is that at her, one of her first trainings she went to, and she told us to all look around the room, and she said this was the quote that changed her life. She said, the biggest business in Team Beachbody has not yet been built, because everyone has the potential to outgrow someone else, like the other businesses. So anyway, she talked about how she surveyed all of the elite coaches, and 98% of them said that they run their own sneak peeks, coaching sneak peeks. She said, if you don't have something that you have for your coaches, like for people who are interested in coaching, you need to change that. And then one of her coaches said to her, well, I have these sneak peeks, but nobody comes to them. And she was like, so you're not doing the sneak peek for people to come to it. You're doing the sneak peek for the recording so that you can send it to people who are interested in coaching. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I never would have thought. I mean, we've done that, right? We did do that. So we definitely want to get back into doing that. Yeah. And then we had Keyshawn Graves talk to us for like, I don't know, an hour. Oh my God, that woman is on fire. She is out of this world. So I'll share more of that after. So yeah, I just talked for half an hour.
Is that the woman that does the national wake up call?
Right after Sandy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she is on fire.
The Energizer Bunny. Yeah.
She's like Lacey Green.
Yeah, I know.
I got that.
She's
bubbly.
She's absolutely phenomenal. So yeah. So what are your thoughts? You gonna think hard before I send you the message of like, what do you want this year? Right?
I'm blocking your phone number. I'll unblock it once you sent all your messages.
All the messages, okay. Sounds good.
My job is changing.
Yes.
Like disappearing. So we have a huge, just between all of us, but I can't say who it is, but I can in about a week's time. But anyway, we have somebody that's come in and is buying our whole floor. So I love my job. I love where I am, but there will be no job because there will be no floor. So I have to do some soul searching and think about how this looks. I don't even know how long I have. I'm hoping till September, but that might be shorter. Anyway, and I was talking to my boss who's super awesome, and she wants to help me, she says, with anything I want to do. And I'm thinking of staying in the fitness side of things, almost like what Nikki's doing, working in a gym, but more for us seniors, like Living Well, or there's another one called Silver Fit or something, not really working in that, but doing something. I don't know what yet, but anyway. So I have to poop and get off the pot, or I have to do something anyways to change things up. And my word for 2022 is pivot. So, and it seems like every week I've had to pivot because of some weirdness that's happening. So anyways, we will, I gotta do something.
Margot, just like an idea, I'm sorry to hear about it, but sometimes like maybe you're meant to get those $12 million a month. So, but a friend of mine, Leah, she became a coach. She's like, how can I have this influx of, is that the word, influx of people coming all the time?
Yeah.
So she used to be, she's still a yoga instructor, but she said, how can I keep getting like all the time? So she decided to do Stroller Fit because she went through postpartum depression. She's like, I want to help mamas. And so she's going all over community centers. And I know you were a fitness instructor in the past. So maybe. And now she's getting like the confidence, like inviting her cousins first, getting everything under her belt, the experience and everything, but maybe something that you can consider in the future, like a market through community centers that you're gonna have this influx of people coming all the time.
Yeah.
And then $12 million are coming your
Well,
way.
yeah, now that I know how much I can make, I'll try harder. I didn't realize that.
Mind blowing.
I thought for sure I was capped at where what I'm making now. So yeah. And then I also had my vaccine on Friday, and holy crap, that stupid thing just knocks me out.
Oh my God, my arm I had mine yesterday. My arm is so sore.
Oh, I know. I still am sore, but anyway, so I was grumpy Gus yesterday, grumpy, which is not like me. Oh, by the way, Angie Belmar is the speaker on the National Wake Up Call tomorrow.
Yeah, I did see that, and I liked the topic that they're going to do for tomorrow too. So yeah.
I missed that. What was the topic?
How 2021 was the year of my stories or something like that. I just thought it was really cool. I have a question that I would love for you to share and answer today. Why do you not use the business activity tracker?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Because I pulled it up 3 times this week. And I get stuck at the first step, which is
the first step is work out and drink your
Oh no, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I do really well with the first step. The second step, when it gets to the connecting and inviting, so then I skip over to so I do parts of it, but I'm always stuck on the connecting, inviting part. That's why I don't.
Okay. So
I never feel I'm successful at it.
Here's a suggestion for connecting. So with connecting, send birthday messages, right, on Facebook. That's a connection. You're just reaching out to someone, wishing them a happy birthday. For connections, send messages to any of your new Facebook friends and new Instagram followers saying, hi, I'm Max. Thanks for following my journey, right? For connections, send messages to people who like your reels. Hey, thanks for liking my reel the other day. How are you doing? How's 2022 treating you so far? For connections, anyone who's liked a post that you haven't talked to in a while, thanks so much for liking my post. How are you doing? In a connection, you are not inviting someone. In a connection, you're just saying, hi, thanks, I see your name. Thanks for being part of my journey and part of my life. So find a way to connect with, 5, 10, make it a tangible number for you that works for you, right? So that it's something that feels manageable. My issue with connections is I want to connect with as many people as I can, but I get terrified that I'm going to wake up and have 75 messages in my inbox and not enough time to reply. So I don't send as many as I can because I'm like, when the heck am I going to actually message them? Because I do all my replies before I go to work in the morning, right? So I have my kind of morning system of my visualizing, my PD, my journaling, my workout, and then I posted my stories and I replied to all my messages on Instagram and Facebook. So for me, I need to get past that because more messages is better. So that would be connections would be number one. So that's pretty easy stuff, right? I think for inviting,
so birthday, likes on reels and likes on posts.
Yeah.
And new friends.
Followers. New friends, followers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pick a number that works for you. Maybe it's 10. Maybe it's 10 messages that you send a day that is just a way of you getting into people's inboxes, because the more you get into their inboxes, the more they're seeing your stuff, right? If you're not in their inbox, they're not seeing your stuff. Because I bet you that person then is like, let's say, I did a reel the other day that did really well. I didn't have time over this weekend to message. I then messaged someone saying, hey, thanks for my love on my reel the other day. I was feeling really silly. This one here, I don't like it. It bothers me. I don't like that sort of stuff in reels, but I did it anyway. And I said in my reel that I don't like this stuff, but I sure looked fucking good after when I got ready in my dress that I couldn't get out of after. because the zipper was up to the top, and I was like, you should have seen the number of messages I got from people that were like, you need to go just randomly find someone in the hallway. And I was like, I'm on the 27th floor in the farthest wing away from the elevator. Like, do you know how hard it is going to be for me to find some random person to start unzipping my dress? And then I'm like, oh, by the way, can you just like, hey, can you just unzip my dress here? Because I can't get out of it. Like, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Everyone else was like, use a coat hanger, use a coat hanger. So, anyway, my point is that if I message those people that watched my reel saying, thank you for watching my reel, they're going to go because they're going to be like, what reel was that again? And they're going to watch it, and then it's going to bring them to your page. So you're going to get some more like, oh, this is what Max is up to. Right. So that was my point with that one. Invites, have an idea of what you're inviting to. So this is where we as a team need to start working on getting back into coach info sessions. Maybe we run boot camp info sessions, right? Where we do a workout with people and then we talk to them about our fit club. Maybe you do run some sort of free group or a freemium that you could make as like even a Google site. You could make like a little freemium of, you know, a morning routine freemium or some recipes that you really like or something like that, that you're going to invite people to check that out and give you feedback. So when it's a program launch, so for me, what works, and I know this message doesn't work for Clarissa, but it works for me, with a program launch, I always message people, and I'm pretty real, like I'm pretty raw, and I talk about how, like, you know, was feeling pretty low at the end of 2021, starting to feel more like myself. I just started a new program that's 20 minutes a day, that's the focus is on making ourselves our #1 priority in our own lives. And I have a sample of the workout. I would love your feedback. Would you try it for me? That's an invite, because you're inviting someone to try it, because then once they've tried it and they like it, then you can continue on a conversation with them. And maybe they're going to sign up and maybe they're not. Maybe they're going to sign up in a year because you're going to follow up with them, but at least you've invited them to check out the workout, right? Clarissa has more success with 3-day refresh messages than inviting to free workout messages. So you have to, I think for you, Max, like I would invite people to give you feedback on the free workouts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's not as like, oh, I have a boot camp starting on February 2nd, and would you like to join my boot camp, which doesn't feel natural. That message doesn't feel natural to me. It's not going to feel natural to you. But if you're talking about the program that's coming out, and maybe because we don't have another program until the 4-week gut protocol comes out, maybe we focus on the body sample workout. And we do that one.
Did you see that we're getting a 1-day free pass?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're launching I think it's going to be 7 days where we can give the free day pass to people, anybody. That's coming up, I think, end of the month.
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you where I saw that. Maybe I dreamt it, but I don't think I did.
No, I'm sure it's there.
I think it's probably a way to just start to build the awareness of the program, of the site. I got my body hat.
Did you? Hopefully mine's at home waiting for me.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you order your sunglasses?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for sharing, Max, for my question of why do you not use it? Someone else, why do you not use the business activity tracker?
I love using it.
Yeah.
But why I don't is because I feel like I can never sit down at my computer right now and being able to open like that up, because that's like was my system. Open that up and then just rock through it, like just do the things and set the timers. And I found it so effective to do everything in order. And most days I would like switch days between invites and then follow-ups, because I feel like that's just impossible to do on the same days. But yeah, it was really awesome when I was able to do that. And I think I just wish I could sit down. If anybody has
well, would you be, I mean, you just have to go with what honestly, your life revolves around her schedule right now, right? And what she needs. And so there is no, I mean, I can't give you advice on that because only you know what your baby needs. And it's just finding those pockets of time. So I'm just curious if maybe printing it off would be easier for you so that you could have like a piece of paper just sitting there. So when you have that 10 minutes, you can be like, oh, I'm going to connect right now. Check.
Yeah. And I
Right.
think that's probably like something I need to like, I love being able to like, I had such a good routine of like getting up in the morning, getting workout, and then like work done like before she'd wake up. But now as soon as I leave, like I get up, then I can like start hearing her starting to stir pretty much. Like I might have enough time to do my workout, but then
Yeah.
and then she's up. And then she like, you know, I can hardly hold paper or pencils because she's at it. So like I don't know. I have to figure out something to try to like put her to sleep, whatever, and like have that time. But like it's just not right now because she's teething. And so yeah, but like I do suggest anybody who hasn't used it to start making a habit of using the tracker, like open it up on your computer or whatever, and just like be able to like see it while you're doing your work, because it's way easier, I find.
It is on the phone
So
too,
one of
and
the
I think
things
that's easier.
sorry.
I just
one,
said it's on the
Max?
phone. You can pull it up on the phone too, which
Yeah. I have
would be
mine
helpful.
kind of bookmarked as collections in my phone so that I can do it really on my phone. So usually what I do is end of the day, I go through it and I try to also go through the food tracking in the bot app to see how I've done. But the one setting on the business activity tracker, it like, Debbie, do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. I didn't want to like throw you under the bus or anything. I just didn't want to assume that everyone knows what it is, right? So
I'm in the same boat as Max. I've opened it a few times, but then I close it because I can do the workout, I can drink the Shakeology, but then when it says to connect and invite, and I'm like, well, maybe I just shouldn't check anything off because I got nothing, you know. But
did those
I totally
suggestions
heard what you said, and it makes sense.
Okay.
Like I do that regularly. I do the happy birthday messages, but I never thought, you know, and I have actually messaged a couple people back and forth where they've asked me what I'm doing and am I going to a gym or is that home? And, you know, but I never connected the 2 and 2 to be like, oh, I can check this off because I talked to someone about this, right?
Yeah.
So that really makes sense.
Yeah. So the one setting that I would really, if you're using it online, I would really love for you to check off the share with my coach. Because what I would like to implement is like prizes for like the people that actually use it consistently.
Oh, I like prizes.
One thing, do you?
I'm motivated by prizes.
Okay. You're like the only one because I send out that Google form with everyone saying what they like and nobody checks out prizes, which I'm not really prize oriented, but it feels good to get them. So what I'm thinking is like once a month, and I will check Clarissa's and I will check my account. So it doesn't matter whose account you are under. I can't check MJ's and I can't check Crystal's. So Margot
I'll
and
check MJ's.
Max, you would have to let me know so that I can put them in for the prize too, because it's like it would be open to the whole team. It's not just for our personally sponsored coaches. Is the one thing, and I remember saying this so much before it was digital, right? When I would use the piece of paper, and the biggest thing with the business activity tracker is you want to make sure you're not missing the same thing every single day, right? Because if you're consistently missing, like one of my things that I consistently miss is recognition. Consistently miss recognition. I try, I probably get it done twice a week. And I know I can do better at the recognition. But when you have that in front of you to see what it is that you're missing regularly, you can pivot your business, right, Margot? And be like, oh shit, you know, I just missed 4 days in a row of follow-ups. I should really follow up with some people that I've talked to in the past. And it gives you that. I think my analogy for life lately is like that life is constantly sending us in different directions. So people say all the time, oh, I fell off the wagon. You didn't fall off the wagon. Life is the wagon. You didn't fall off life. You just are going the different direction. So it's all about redirecting, right? So redirection is kind of my word, where okay, so life sent you right, but you actually wanted to go left. So let's redirect. How do I go left? And you can do that in your health and fitness. You can do that in your business, where you're looking at your business activity tracker and being like, okay, well, 3 days or 4 days in a row, I didn't follow up with people. I need to redirect and follow up with people because that's where I want to go. And if I keep up this path, I'm not going that way. I'm going the wrong way, right? So it's redirecting. And I think that's my word for, both the business and the health and fitness part of it, is that redirection. And it's such a good tool for tracking, keeping track of yourself, because you didn't go to school to be a coach. Nobody is doing that. But here's a way that you can keep track of the things that will actually move your business forward in this. And I remember I think it was the 12-week year. Is it 12-week year? Where he talks about, I don't know if it is the 12-week year. You're aiming for 85%, right? Don't set yourself up for 100. You're not looking to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. And if you're doing that, you're literally going to burn yourself out. You're aiming for above 85%, and you're aiming for those things that you miss to be different all the time. So if you're consistently missing inviting, you don't have a business. You don't, right? Even if you hit 85%, you don't have a business because you have not asked anyone to come and join you. So maybe you do 2 days of inviting, and then you do a day of follow-ups, and then, right? So that you're constantly redirecting to go in the direction you want to go. So anyone else want to share why they're not using it?
I have too many trackers. So I always forget at the end of the day, because you have to sign back in every time, right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing. I wish that it was an app.
Me too.
I know there used to be one, but it wasn't like actually Beachbody that did it, because I have 9 clients that I run their Beachbody businesses for. So I always put myself on the back burner because that's a guaranteed income from them. And then at the end of the day, I've filled out all their trackers of everything that I did, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. And so I know that is not getting me towards my own goals.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I took on way too many clients. So that is one of my goals, is that I'm going to give notice to one client, my newest client, tomorrow, so that I can use that time on my own business. But yeah, that's the thing. I just get so sick of looking at trackers on my computer that then signing back in is fine. So if we were to do that, would it be okay because if I had a paper one, if I use the paper one in front of me, if I were to screenshot
and then
that
just screenshot it. Yeah, or you can just send it directly to me, because I'm going to run it for the team. So you don't have to send it. Like you don't have to go through her. If you're going to use
a paper tracker.
Yeah, 100%. I don't care which way people do it, whatever works best for you, right? Like I was I have stacks of that thing, like stacks of it that I still have, because I probably have a million names on them that I need to go back through the names on the back of them. So I did use paper religiously. So it's whatever works for you, and just send to me the, what you've done for the week. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to look at them and put everyone who submitted, because the goal is to get better, right? The goal is to improve. The goal is never to set ourselves up for, I just always think of like that analogy of, would you expect it of, like, I'm looking at Crystal and I'm looking at Debbie, and I know Crystal is not expecting Debbie to hit 100%, but yet Crystal might expect herself to hit 100%. So why do we have these expectations of ourselves when we don't have those expectations of other people? Have realistic expectations for yourself, and let's try and grow from there, right? So I really would like to see everyone starting to use the tracker, right? Start it where you're at. Start where you're at. I don't care if it's paper. I don't care if it's online. Just start where you're at, and let's work on growing and improving.
To Cindy, you said you were tired of signing in all the time.
No, I think that was Crystal.
Or Crystal, sorry.
No.
Tamara actually showed me the Success Club BAT app that you don't need to sign into, that I've been looking at daily, and I haven't been like in the gut check in doing it. So I'm glad we're having this conversation. It looks like that. It's that blue one. Can you see it?
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to sign into it, and it does the exact same thing. And so like if you click on the date at the top, or not the date at the top, there's like a calendar up at the top left, and it even shows you like kind of like it marks it for you how much you've been doing your tracking and everything else. And you don't need to sign into it like at all.
I have had that one.
You do?
That one? Yeah, I know. I used to. I deleted it. I used it like when I started a long time ago. Does it have the breakdown of the stories in there?
Like, oh, the stories?
Yeah, because
I don't think they updated that app anymore.
Yeah, it would be awesome if you could add your own tasks in.
Oh, yeah, like the actual.
Because that's something that
online.
I have a big block when it comes to like. I will take pictures and like post with words on my stories all the time, but like to talk about things. So I think that, I wish that you could add to that one, because that's the only thing, because that's a good thing for all of them. And then maybe because the stories is something that I need to be more consistent with, but that is actually really good to know. I wish that you could write to update.
Yeah, for sure. Max, do you think habit tracker would work for that?
Who, what?
Do you think habit tracker, like you could
habit,
set it up
yeah,
as your,
absolutely.
Right? So
habit trackers and an app that you can download. And actually, funny you should talk about the 80%, because that's what I'm trying to do. Is I put my habits, and then I look at the end of the week how well I did, and I do the percentage. Like last week I hit 71%. This week will be about 50%. But yeah, you could absolutely put whatever habits you want to have done there, and they could be specific. Just take it off the app, or just put them whatever ones and list them all. Like,
yeah, so you could have like
maybe
a
there's
section
20 habits a day that are off the Success Club tracker, and then put them into the habit tracker and make it your own. And then you just tick them off every day that you do them.
And then just send me that picture, right, of your habits at the end of the week, so that I know, and I put you into the thing too. So it's like really
Angie
just
has
finding
done her own, right? Angie has her own version of it, right? So it's just about doing the 4 vital behaviors, however that looks like for you.
Yeah. Oh, as Cindy pulls out her book, I just saw it. I just saw the book. Margot has it too. I anally did not order it because of one word. 2 words, actually.
I use the Rise Up from Moira Kakuba or whatever. I don't never know how to say her last name. Kasaba, is that what it is? Yeah, I really like that one, because I write my vision in it, and I read my vision every morning, and that's what helps me push through the hard days. And they have like tons of cool stuff in the beginning. It's expensive to get in Canada though. Yeah,
I would really like to see. So the next time we have like any sort of live event, I would love to see that one and the Angie's one. The only reason I didn't order Angie's one is because she wrote "Don't forget," and I can't. Everything in my being is like, you just told yourself to forget. It should say, "Please remember." Yeah, remember to. And so that's going to be my feedback to her. But I thought I would tell her that at Summit. And not send it to her in a message and be like, can you please change it so I can order your book? Just please remember. Because I'm really anal with my words. But yeah, I would really like to see it before I order something, because I tried a couple of them and it just didn't work for me. So, and they were expensive. Like I got the Danielle Laporte one and it was like $85 or something. It did not work. So
yeah, I think it was close. It was like $68 to get this one from.
What does it look like?
Actually, it's fairly big, but it has like, it's coiled.
Yeah.
And then it has tabs. They have like, there's like a quarterly review, a month. There is a spot for clients, like to write your clients down, to write your customers, how many invites, what your goal is, how many you hit. Your vision, your goals,
on my office paper.
Yeah, that's me too, Jazz. I just use a notebook. So
whose is that, Crystal? Who's is that one?
It's
called the Rise Up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to her her and Melanie Mitro's talk at Summit. Remember that, Tamara? A couple of years when
Yeah.
it's been back in Indy.
Yeah.
And that's when they had first kind of launched their Rise Up planner, because everyone was like clamoring for it.
Yeah, this one is way better than the first one. They've got it's a lot of cool stuff in there, and they've got like you can do it in any other one, but I don't know. I just thought I would try it, and I do
I want to
use
see
it.
them. Definitely want to see them, and then I will commit.
I feel like everybody is so different on what works for them.
Yeah.
Some people
100%.
love like a proper book or just online. I wish I could just do everything on my computer, but I'm not that organized. I still need to write down stuff, otherwise I feel like it doesn't transfer into my brain or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't write something down, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Like 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh yeah, I was gonna do that, and then I forget to write it down, and then it's gone again. So yeah, totally get it. So, Margot, I totally I took over your call.
That's okay. You're here. You didn't know whether you were going to be here, so.
No, I
guess
didn't
we'll
know
just
what
get
the
a
day was
little
gonna
photo before we go, so everybody lean in and smile. Hang on, gotta put my phone down a little bit more. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I'm really excited for this year. I'm really excited to run with you all. And I'm really grateful to have such a solid core foundation to our team. And you are that solid core foundation. I know you're not going anywhere. Like, we are lifers. We're in this together for the rest of our lives. So I'm really grateful to be able to share this with you all. And I'm excited to hear what your goal is for the year. So I have special wording. I'm not going to share it on a call, that I'm going to send to you in a message in our coach chat messages, and then you can think about it and let me know. Let us know what your goal for 2022 is. Okay. Debbie, did you have a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
To have this opportunity at work, someone voted me to be social committee in charge of like nutrition and fitness. So I'm like, why? But so everyone would like to do like a online Zoom workout once a week. And I was wondering, are we allowed to like maybe take a Beachbody workout and stream it so everyone can try it, and maybe it'll build some interest?
Yeah, Margot does it. Margot, do you want to talk to Debbie about that?
You can either do, I know, like, I have a little group that works out in the mornings, and she puts the Let's Get Up workout, shares her screen, I guess, and puts the Let's Get Up workout on. And so you can only see one person in the corner, but yeah, you just hit play and then you all work out to the Let's Get Up or whichever one you're going to do. Yeah, that's what we do in the mornings on Saturday mornings.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. I'm like, am I allowed to do that? Because that's gonna be really hard for me to.
I also do
work out.
So would you have a big TV in your, or where are you going to do this? Or are you going to do
Well,
it?
it's all because we're all work from home. So we're a law firm and we all work from home.
Yeah.
So everybody's at home. So it's basically going to be like log on to Zoom at the same time. So we've got one Zoom ID like we do here. But then I guess I'll just share my screen so everyone can see what I'm doing. But everyone's like, we've got people who do CrossFit, and then we have people who like go to trainers, but then we have people who do nothing. So I'm like, well, some people have equipment, some people don't have equipment. So how do you go about figuring out what workout you're going to put up?
The Let's Get Up are really good just because there's a couple that have equipment, but lots don't. And those are just really uplifting. Yesterday I was in a frumpy dump mood and my arm was killing me. So I did one of the Let's Get Up workouts, and it just changes your mood. And if anything, that will get them thinking like how good they feel and how energized they are, and also in a good mood. And then maybe that'll turn the conversation. And then when I do it at work as well. And I just take my laptop into the boardroom, put the HDMI cable in, and I just do the workouts. And I think 3 people have purchased the challenge pack through me from those workouts, from the BC Cancer Agency. So, and some people haven't, and I don't really care. They can choose to get it if they want, but I've done it that way too, but that's when we're live.
Okay.
One thing you could do, Debbie, too, that Crystal just said is like send them but I would find out more, like if you have someone who does CrossFit and they have access to equipment at home,
right,
send them one of the more challenging ones, like do the 4 weeks of the prep, send them that, because they can do a different workout while you're screen sharing the other one. They just hit mute on their computer. It doesn't really matter that they're listening to the thing. It's about being there in community. Like we see that with, you know, Shayna and Kelly are my morning crew. Like we're not doing the same workouts. We're not even in the same programs, but the fact that we have that time together to like kind of cheer each other on and connect and like that sort of stuff, it doesn't matter if our computer is on mute. So you could let people know that the workout that you're going to screen share is one that doesn't require equipment, so that those that don't have it can work out without the equipment. And then those that do have equipment and want something a little more challenging, they'll hop on the Zoom, just hit mute, and I'm going to send you a workout for you to do that you can try. Okay. I don't know that I would send them the whole list of workouts, because I find people when they do that is just like, right? They're like, I don't know which one to do. I feel paralyzed. Right. So, but you could definitely gear it towards them, because there's probably less of them and more of the people that don't have equipment.
Right. Okay.
And I think, Debbie, I think like Tamara's and I, like bestseller ever of whole time was MBF. And I got a chance, New Year's, or I think it was New Year's Day. I was at my sister's, and my sister-in-law, she's like from the federal police. So she does a lot of like hard stuff because that's their training.
Right.
And she said, oh, can we do a workout? I was like, oh, let's do like a stretch. She's like, no, I want to work out. So I did MBF. She was there. My sister does CrossFit, and my sister-in-law is like, she's also like super strong. They're huffing and puffing with the MBF.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I tried MBF too. It was like, oh my God, after the 3rd day, I couldn't walk. Like my legs are so sore.
And that is the program that literally melted fat from my belly, because that's where I store my fat.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we sign off, I'm going to take you on a little tour of my hotel room, because you guys all need to put NLC at the Bellagio in Vegas next January on your vision board. So this is, sorry, the bed is not made, but this is my hotel room. Look how beautiful it is.
It's going to be there
hotel
again?
Room. Yep. It's normally in Vegas. The LA one was different. So, but wait till you see this. Okay, welcome to my shower.
Wow.
The whole thing is shower. The whole wall.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So make sure you're putting Bellagio. I got to go watch the fountains last night. I didn't really love it.
In your bathroom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
I know.
spaces in the bathroom.
It's pretty sweet. It's yeah.
Hey,
there's
your view.
There's a
your outside view.
Oh, yeah. Okay. View.
We all just got to go to Vegas, Tamara.
I know. It's surreal. Like even walking through the hotel, like in this hotel alone, there's like Sarah Jessica Parker has her own shoe store.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it looks like all the shoes from Sex and the City seriously are in the freaking shoe store. Like I was like, right? So you have to.
Did you like the Bellagio better than our Intercontinental when was my time to go to NLC?
Yeah, the only reason I'm gonna say yes, the hotel itself is like on par. They're amazing, right? Like they're so incredibly beautiful. There's just more to do here. Okay. Right? Like there's more, like where we stayed, there wasn't anything that you couldn't walk anywhere. It wasn't like it was a nice area.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I agree with.
Whereas here, I'm right on the strip, Cabo Wabba's across the street. Walk down a little bit is the Mirage. Walk down even further, there across the street, there's Paris. you know,
Yeah.
so it's like just to take all of that in is yeah, it's pretty freaking phenomenal. So
No,
Yeah.
Beachbody is the
put
best.
put it on your vision board, because you are spoiled freaking. You should have seen our dinner last night. Like grilled steak to perfection. It was like, I can't even. Anyway, just put it on your freaking vision board and start using your tracker and wait for my message.
What do you have to be for leadership? It's 1 star for NLC and 5 for leadership.
Yeah, 5 and elite for leadership.
And 2, you can open a second business center.
Yeah. So,
Got it.
nice hat.
I just need to get a different passport.
Yes, Alina's gonna move to Canada, right?
I need to.
Yes, you do.
Olina, it's a great country. You know, I'm so happy that I moved to Canada. It's a great country.
I just need to figure it out.
Yeah.
Find a
You'll get there.
Canadian husband or something.
Right? You'll definitely get there. You will. So thanks for
And
letting me share. I'm sure I'm gonna be on fire for like the next, I don't know. It's gonna be a different year, 100% different year.
Awesome.
Live events are everything for me. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to hit
Anyone-
stop recording and we'll stop recording.